Welcome back. We are all familiar with the saying, it's better to give than receive. Research shows that those who are kind experience benefits to well-being and to happiness. And today is World Kindness Day. It's a day we need. Celebrating with us is the kind-hearted Mairlyn Smith. Yay. Always good to see you.
I'm so glad to be here.
We bumped into each other in the washrooms, as happens all the time on Cityline, and I was just screaming in your face, which is bad for probably your concussed head. But I was so excited to see you. The last time you were here, it was quite the journey. You've been dealing with this concussion. There's lights, there's cameras, there's people clapping at you. I'm laughing in your face. So how are you feeling?
Well, it's been 10 months since I fell on my head.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm going to write a book, what I've learned since I fell on my head. Anyway, and I'm much better. I'm about 90% back to where I used to be. That 10 I'm missing, but it's still coming. But I'm starting to feel like me again, which is wonderful.
Yeah, we love that you're getting back to you because we love you. But we'll take you however we can get you, quite frankly. We love all the Mairlyns. So you've always been very kind, so kind. And you've recently actually started giving back even more than before. So tell me what's motivated you to do that.
So, you know, everybody's struggling, and every single one of us has a battle we're fighting, and other people don't know about it, but we've got them. And so I've always felt the best way to support each other was to be kind. And when the pandemic hit, I thought, we all have the same kind of battle now. And so I really need to up my kindness game, and that's what really kind of sent me off.
Oh, that's good. See, things got bad and you got better.
Oh.
Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that that's a good way to be. Things get bad and it's like you get kinder. I think that that's lovely. So you wanted to share some of the things that have motivated you to be kind, or the ways that you were being kind. What's your first one?
So you can't be kind to others unless you're kind to yourself.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
So the big one is that Sharon Salzberg is a meditation teacher, and I happen to stumble upon her, and she teaches loving kindness meditations.
Okay.
And so every morning I make myself a cup of tea in one of these beautiful teacups.
It's delicious, by the way.
One of my mother's, oh good, it's English breakfast. And and then I actually do a kindness meditation, loving kindness. And there's a mantra that she has, and it is, may I be safe, may I be happy, may I be healthy, may I live with ease. And so I say those to myself over and over and over again. And then usually somebody pops into my head, and I send that to them. And then I do it to my friends and family. And by the end of that, I'm grounded. I feel like I'm kind, and I'm off to be full of kindness for the rest of the day.
Oh, I like that. That's a good way to start the day.
Yeah, it is.
So I pray, and sometimes I find that list starts getting real long.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And it's like, I can't go to sleep yet. I left out my aunt and my uncle. So I think it's lovely if you do it every day. You can rotate, you know, and I like that you say you sort of call out the people that pop into your mind. That is beautiful.
And it's funny because it usually is somebody who's struggling.
Yes.
You know, and they just come into my head. And I think it's because my brain is opened for lots of stuff. And it just comes out. It's actually really amazing. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, your other thing you say is age matters. How does age matter?
Well, everybody's got a different perspective based on the, you know, like their visions, like how they see things, right? And I found that, you know, people in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, all the way up to 80, those are my range of friends.
Yes.
They see the world differently than I do. And I like that different perspective, and that makes me more understanding of them. Like when my son would go like, Mom, what are you doing? Instead of me going, well, I'm doing this because I'm... Now I go, oh, I wonder he saw it differently than I did.
Right.
And so it makes me more understanding and more compassionate. And to that end, like one of my neighbors, she's 79 when the pandemic hit, and she lives by herself. Okay. And I was worried that she was going to be on her own, so I said, let's go for walks. So we've walked for 3 years, and she's given me advice even when I don't want it. And but, you know, and she yells at me a lot, but it's been really insightful.
It comes from love.
It does. Like, Mairlyn, what are you doing now? Anyway, I don't know. Anyway.
Well, I'll tell you, I love hanging out with people significantly younger than me and people significantly older than me. Yeah. And I like being around my parents who are in their 80s because they have the joy of perspective.
Yes.
So they look at me and I'm spinning and I'm, you know, just thinking about how bad a situation is. And they're not trivializing it, but they know it will be fine. And when they say that, there's something very calming about it. You
Heather
know,
tells me
like
that all the time. You're going to be fine, Mairlyn.
it's going to be
You're gonna
fine.
Yeah,
You're going to work your way through it or around it, but you will be fine. You will
Yes.
get through it because we've seen it all. You know,
They
so
have.
I think that's kind of cool. Now, you also donate items, but in a very specific way. So tell us about that.
So being generous of spirit is one thing, but to be generous of your possessions is another. And I
Yes.
discovered, well, a couple of things. I think I'm tall, you know, and I'm not.
How tall actually are you,
I'm
delusional
5'1.5", delusional Mairlyn.
You're 5'1.5".
Yeah, and I think I must be like 5'9" or something. Anyway, I buy these clothes that I go, hey, I look great, and then I get them home and wear them, and I go, what was I thinking? So I have this whole closet full of that kind of stuff, and my girlfriend Jill is 5 inches taller than me.
Okay.
So when she was over, I went, you want to try this stuff on? And she looked fabulous in it, and so I just gave them to her.
Because she's really tall.
Because she's really tall, and it suited her, right? And so, you know, every so often she'll go, hey, listen, have you bought anything else stupid? Because I really miss... Anyway, so...
Got any jeans?
Yeah, no, they never the pants, anyway. So that started that, and then I give away books. I'm an author, so I buy books, and then I give books. I give teacups, and I would like you to have that teacup.
This is for me?
That is for you.
And
yeah.
is it your mom's?
It was one of my moms, yeah. God bless her soul. And so, yeah. And it makes you feel so good when you do that, you know? I just love giving things
Am
away.
I breaking up a set?
No, they're all individual. They're all loners, yeah. So.
Well, Mairlyn knows when I'm a good receiver because she made me something about 3 years ago and I just returned her plastic container. Maybe 3 months ago. I had it for about good 3 years.
No, you did. You had it for 3 years.
And a tea towel.
Yes.
It was my favorite, but I gave it back.
It's
I
pretty.
loved it.
Thank you. I should have let you keep it.
No. It's okay. I had it for long enough. You also planted a flower garden, but for a very specific purpose. So tell us about that.
I love getting bouquets of flowers. They just make me happy.
too.
And I thought, gee, I wonder if I gave bouquets. And then I thought, well, I wonder if I grew the flowers and gave bouquets. So last summer, or this summer, I planted zinnias, and this is a little bouquet from my garden.
That's
and I want you to have that too.
Oh my God.
Because it's the last of my garden, and it's like it even has rosemary. If you're a Shakespeare fan, Hamlet,
Yes.
Rosemary's for remembrance. Anyway, so there you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful,
It's beautiful.
Mayor. What
Thank
a beautiful
you.
idea, though, to create a garden specifically to give
cut.
the things
Right,
away.
right.
That is gorgeous. Okay, and you have one more
One
tip.
more thing.
One more thing.
The biggest thing I think I've learned through my concussion is a difference between empathy and sympathy.
Okay.
And so it's huge and little. So to be empathetic, you put yourself in somebody else's shoes and you understand, you try to understand how they feel. And better than that than to just say, I'm sorry. Although I love people when they say, I'm really sorry that you fell on your head.
Yeah.
But when they say, you must be so frustrated because you're not who you used to be, and I know I see you struggling, then they see me, hear me, and understand me, and I feel like I'm not invisible. And so I think that, you know, giving of your time, giving of that empathy, I think if we all did that more, it would be so much great. It would just be the better world.
I love that
altogether.
tip. They walk
you.
through your path almost. They're
Oh my
seeing the
gosh.
path that you're walking
Yeah.
through. Beautiful thing, Mairlyn. Thank you for all of the gifts. What a kind woman. Let's take a break. Stay kind, everyone.